Imagine the dead of night, an old house creaking under the weight of secrets it's been holding. Our story centers around John, a man of courage and curiosity. While breathing new life into this ancient dwelling, John stumbled upon a sealed room hidden away in the basement. A room that time had apparently forgotten. From the cobwebs to the dust that hung in the air, it was clear this place hadn't seen the light of day in decades. Among the darkness, John's hand brushed against something brittle and parched. It was an old journal, its pages yellowed with age, filled with chilling illustrations and writings that seemed to dance and twist under his gaze, refusing to be read. The drawings, eerie and unsettling, sent a shiver down his spine. It was as if each line and curve held a tale of its own, whispering of things best left forgotten. John, curiosity piqued and heart-pounding, decided to decipher the writings in the old journal. As the night grew darker, so did the atmosphere around John. In the hushed silence, he found himself engrossed in the faded pages of the diary he had stumbled upon. The diary belonged to a woman who once resided in his house, a woman who harbored a deep belief in the supernatural. She wrote of chilling encounters, of strange happenings that defied explanation, of a house that was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a house, she claimed, that was haunted. As John delved deeper into the woman's words, he could no longer ignore the subtle changes in his surroundings. The quiet of the house began to fill with whispers, whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Objects around him shifted of their own accord, adding to the mounting unease. The shadows in the corners of his vision seemed to come alive, twisting and turning like spectral dancers in the dim light. Each word he read, each tale of the woman's encounters seemed to breathe life into the supernatural. The house around him seemed to awaken, echoing with the resonance of its eerie past. But the more he read, the more he felt the strange occurrences intensify. The woman's haunting narrative became his reality, a reality that was both terrifying and intriguing. Despite the growing fear, John couldn't stop reading, drawn into the woman's haunting narrative. What started as a harmless curiosity was turning into a nightmare for John. As he dug deeper into the life of the woman who formerly inhabited the house, he uncovered a dark and unsettling truth. She had not just been a victim of her own imagination, but an active participant in the orchestration of her own haunting. The woman, it seemed, had been entangled with dark rituals, dancing on the edge of the spiritual world. She had been trying to appease the spirits she insisted were sharing her home, her space, her life. But as John read further, he realized that she had been playing a dangerous game. Her diary was filled with chilling confessions, each more terrifying than the last. The most alarming of them all, however, was her revelation of a sealed room. In it, she claimed to have trapped a malevolent entity, a dark spirit that she had unintentionally summoned. John felt a knot tighten in his stomach as he pieced together the horrifying puzzle. The room, the one he had so carelessly disturbed, had been sealed for a reason. His innocent curiosity may have unleashed something far more sinister than he could have ever imagined. As the last word echoed in his mind, a cold breath swept across his neck, a shadow looming over him from behind. The revelation wasn't just sinister, it was alive, and it was right behind him. John, paralyzed with fear, dared not turn around. His heart pounded in his chest like a mallet striking a drum. A chill crept up his spine as if the room itself had suddenly plunged into an icy abyss. The once comforting silence was now filled with hushed whispers that danced on the edge of his hearing. They were indecipherable, yet they carried a weight of malice that made his skin crawl. The air grew dense, the atmosphere heavy with an unseen terror. John could feel it, a menacing presence lurking just behind him. It was like the brush of a feather or the faintest breath of wind, a sensation that was there one moment and gone the next. But the terror it instilled was as real as the beating of his heart. Summoning every ounce of courage, he clenched his fists. The whispers grew into a crescendo, the temperature plummeted further. With a deep breath, John spun around, coming face to face with, well, that's a story for another time.